The kids are back. Oh, watch out. The kids are back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the raw, uncut, uncensored, savage podcast with your host, as always, Andrew Savage. Wow, let me tell you guys right now, I am so pumped and excited for this new season of the Savage podcast. It's been quite a long hiatus I've had, but I'm ready to hit it hard and give you guys some new content here on YouTube now. I know we were on SoundCloud before and other platforms, but I think I'm gonna go to YouTube. I think everybody uses YouTube a little bit more nowadays. It's easier to access. I think it's a better platform, more exposure. You guys can comment, and I can see your comments, and I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys want to listen to. This is I don't want to say the People's Podcast. I'm sure that's a podcast somewhere, but this is a opportunity for you guys, not just me to speak my mind, but for you guys to speak your mind and let me know if you have any suggestions of any topics you think I should cover, or if you even want to come on the show, call in on the show. Hey, I'd be glad to have you guys on the show, and this is a platform first and foremost for everybody to come and speak their minds, just like I come and speak mine. So that's first and foremost. I just want to give you guys an opportunity to give your take on any current or even past events, hot takes, anything. Hey, I'm here for it. So also new to the show is I know before I would cover a lot of sports and other things like that, but I don't want to just limit myself at all, really. I know a lot of current events going on. I know a lot about not just sports, but music, pop culture, fashion, art, anything. And if you have a topic you want to discuss, hey, shoot it to me. I'm down for anything. So just hit the comments, hit us up on Twitter. If you don't follow us already, at Savage Podcast GP, or follow me on Twitter at the Andrew Savage. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the first topic here. I'm gonna dive into fantasy football. Actually, the first week of football is actually going on right now. The last game, the debut of Tom Brady and Tampa Bay. We all saw how that ended. Not too pretty there week one, but still a lot of football left in the season. So and the Cowboys, questionable call there at the end, but I'm gonna dive into fantasy football. Maybe you guys can let me know if you have any sleepers, or if you have anybody you think I should pick up. I'll go ahead and tell you guys my team right now. I actually won my first week of fantasy football thanks to my defense. Actually, I was down 10 points and they got me 12. So hey, that's a win, and I'll take it any way I can. I made a few bad calls. I started some people I probably shouldn't have, but hey, you live and you learn. You make your mistakes, but at the end of the day, I got the dub, so I'm happy. I started Deshaun Watson. Underwhelming a little bit. He got his touchdowns at the end of the game. They already kind of lost, so it's kind of whatever. I started Kenyon Drake and Alvin Kamara. Great game by him. I started Michael Gallup. Underwhelming game, just by the Cowboys overall. I expected us to, go out there and show everybody, hey, we got a new coach, a new offense, we're stacked, hey. But it didn't turn out like that. Not everybody's playing, that high-level football yet. Not really a preseason, those preseason games are very crucial to like getting their rhythm going, getting the feel of playing a real football game. A shortened off season too, or not really shortened, but a shortened training and stuff like that. But yeah, and then also I have a I have DJ Moore on the Carolina Panthers. Didn't give me the game that I wanted really, but he gave me enough points to get by. And at tight end I had Tyler Higbee from the LA Rams. Underwhelming game. I expected a little bit more, but it's all right. And also here's the so Miles Sanders from the Eagles was out for the game, so I dropped him, and a few fantasy experts or whatever said pick up Boston Scott. He's gonna be your guy. So I picked him up. Underwhelming game. My kicker is Jake Elliott, and my defense, who won me this game this week, was the Steelers defense. Probably gonna be up there in the top 3 defenses this year. So I picked them up. I'm glad I did. And on my bench, and see, this is where I also messed up too. I didn't start Cam Newton, and he actually got 5 more points than Deshaun Watson. So there's one mistake I made. Deshaun Watson, I expect Deshaun Watson to have a pretty good game. New contract. Hey, I expected him to ball out, but Cam Newton had a pretty good game as well. And right here is where I messed up also, is that Clyde Edwards-Helaire had himself a game that I didn't expect him to have. But, he made a statement in week 1, I think, that he is a rookie running back, but he's here to play football. And he put up some pretty good numbers. Got me more points than any running back besides Kamara that started. He had a pretty good outing. And, I benched Miles Sanders. I actually dropped Miles Sanders. And I picked up... Who did I pick up? I picked up somebody. I can't see it right now. But yeah, the waivers, I go crazy on those waivers. And I also benched AJ Green, which was a smart move. He didn't really have a good game, pretty underwhelming. But yeah, I took the dub 108 to 105. Shout out to that Steelers defense. Got me the dub. I appreciate it. If you guys play fantasy football, hey, hit me up. Maybe I can give you some advice, some sleepers. Obviously, don't ask me who to start. That's up to you completely. Yeah, totally. Or maybe you can help me out and say, hey, this is who you should start this week. I think they're going to go off or have a good game. But, to each their own. So, yeah, that's how I'm doing on fantasy football. Oh, here's my waivers. Oh, I picked up Ronald Jones, the running back for Tampa Bay. He had a pretty decent game. And I picked up Sammy Watkins. I can't believe he was on the waivers. He had a hell of a game on Thursday night with the Chiefs. So, yeah, that's who I picked up. Oh, and I also picked up Josh Allen, who had a really good game. But these are just pending claims on the waivers. So, hopefully they go through and I get these players. Josh Allen had a really, really good game. I think he's going to have a great season. The Bills in general, hey, they're a pretty solid team. I think they'll give New England a good run for their money. Tom Brady might have left that division. Miami probably won't be much of a threat. But New England and the Bills, hey, that's going to be a good matchup here soon. Yeah, that's it for fantasy football. But I want to go ahead and dive into the NBA playoffs right now. So as I'm recording, tomorrow is Game 7 for the Clippers in Denver. And wow, Denver coming back down 3-1, not once, but twice, to tie it up 3-3. Honestly, I I'm gonna say it right now. I think Kawhi Leonard won't allow the Clippers to lose this game. I think he has um, too much on his legacy period to not make the conference finals or even anything less than a finals appearance. I think it's an underwhelming season, and expectations are too high for this team. And I think Kawhi Leonard himself, his expectations are too high to not make it to at least the conference finals. But yeah, I think, and this is my take. Kawhi Leonard is gonna drop 35 points, have a hell of a game, and the Clippers probably take Game 7 and play the Lakers. Now that's gonna be a matchup, and yeah, a lot of people might say, "Hey, the NBA is rigged. Hey, the NBA is scripted, or they have an agenda." Uh, Ever since the Kawhi Leonard trade went down, and he went to LA, they signed Paul George, and ever since LeBron and AD teamed up on the Lakers, they've been hyping it up. LA versus LA in the Western Conference Finals. Everybody. That's a matchup everybody wants to see. Not me. I want to see who the best teams are. But I feel like a lot of referee involvement can really dictate the way not only the games but sometimes the whole series. And it might not be just fouls, but even these technical fouls that they give out, they're little cheap ones. I'm like, come on, and those do add up. And in a crucial time, a player might get ejected. And it benefits a lot to these LA teams. Really, they get a lot of their little ticky tack fouls, go to the line, shoot about 20 plus free throws in a game. But that's my take on it. These teams are obviously really talented, but they are beatable. I think these teams are on any given night right now, especially in the bubble. These games have been so competitive. Because these guys are just this is all their tunnel vision, nothing else on their mind, just basketball. These games are really competitive, and none of these guys want to go home unless they're going home with the NBA championship. Really competitive games I've enjoyed watching. I've watched most of the games throughout the bubble. Coming out of the East, though, we have the Boston Celtics versus the Miami Heat. And the Miami Heat have been the dark horse all season long. Everybody said they're going to take down the Bucks, and look what they did. They took down the Bucks. And now they're going to face the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. And this is going to be one good matchup. Boston has a really good core, and that they've built this team, and I've seen this team progress over time. Marcus Smart, he's becoming one hell of a baller. I've seen his game progress from not even being able to make a three to he's dropping 5 threes in clutch time to win them games. And Kemba Walker, vintage Kemba, cardiac Kemba, putting the dagger in the coffin. Jason Tatum blossoming into a superstar that we all know he would become. Kobe 2.0. And Jaylen Brown. Great 1-2 punch with Jason Tatum, but he's becoming his own entity as well. This whole Celtics team, I think this team was built, and I gotta give credit to their management and Danny Ainge. Really, that's it's one hell of a management team that they have to acquire these draft picks and draft these right players, and trading Kyrie away and acquiring a Kemba Walker, just masterpiece. But they have to also, if they don't make the finals, it'll be underwhelming, because I think this is they'll have other chances, but this year they should be able to make it. The Boston Celtics, I think. Miami, great team, great defense. Can Jimmy Butler put it out? Maybe. I mean, he's even if he's not dropping shots on the offensive end, he's gonna show up on the defensive end and just disrupt. Really, he's great defensive presence always. If he can drop 25 a game, Miami has a chance, but Jimmy Butler has to come through, and he said he's all business. He didn't invite nobody to the bubble. Past the second round, teams are, or maybe past the first. Yes, past the first round, you were able to invite people, I guess close family, into the bubble to watch you play. Most players, their wives, maybe their kid, Jimmy Butler didn't invite anybody. He said it's all business. Going in with that mindset, hey, he's looking to take down these Boston Celtics, and he already took down the Bucks. So I think if Jimmy Butler can put the team on his back, Miami has a very good chance of making it to the finals. And they haven't been to the finals since LeBron James back in 2014 when they lost to the Spurs. So they've had their hiatus, but hey, maybe they could go back. And the Boston Celtics haven't been to the finals since 2010 when they lost to the Los Angeles Lakers. So I think this is the first year that even the Clippers have made it past the second round. So a lot on the line coming up here in these. Well, actually, I take that back. They haven't made it past the second round yet, but Game 7 will decide that tomorrow. So I'll be watching that game. I'm gonna see what goes down. But yeah, like I said, Kawhi Leonard, I don't think he will let this team lose. He has a different mode he turns on, and he just takes over. So I'm taking the Clippers tomorrow. And yeah, that's it for today. I just wanted to give you guys a little quick taste of what I'm going to be doing here. Let you guys know what opportunities you have to, voice your opinion, give me, new topics, anything. Let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitter. Hit me up. Don't be afraid. And hey, maybe one of you guys can come on the show and give me your takes. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for listening, as always. And if you would, please subscribe, like, and comment, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at The Andrew Savage and the podcast at Savage Podcast GP. I'm your host, Andrew Savage, and I'm out.